Southeast Alaska, where glaciers tower, rainforests teem, and the coastline stretches endlessly, remains one of the last true wild places. Here, the land feels untouched by time, shaped by ancient ice and the relentless rhythm of the tides. The air is crisp, carrying the scent of salt and spruce, and the silence is broken only by the distant call of an eagle or the crash of a calving glacier. It's a place that invites adventure, where every horizon promises something wild and unexpected. Our story begins in Gustavus, a remote town and the gateway to Glacier Bay National Park. Here, there are no cities or traffic, just a tight-knit community surrounded by wilderness. Life moves at a different pace, one dictated by the tides, the weather, and the changing seasons. Gustavus is more than a destination. It's a way of life, where neighbors know each other by name and visitors are welcomed with genuine warmth. The town's charm lies in its simplicity, its connection to the land, and the sense of possibility that comes with every new day. We came with one goal, to test ourselves against the legendary fish of these frigid waters. Hosted by Alaskan Anglers Inn, we felt the anticipation in the air from the moment we landed. The inn itself is a hub of excitement, where stories of past catches echo through the halls and every guest arrives with dreams of landing a giant. As we unloaded our gear and settled in, the camaraderie among anglers was immediate, fueled by shared hopes and the thrill of the unknown. The landscape itself is a character. Humpback whales, sea otters, and bald eagles, all part of the daily scene. Our group, a mix of seasoned anglers and newcomers, gathered each morning, ready for long days and unpredictable weather. The bay would come alive at dawn, shrouded in mist, as boats slipped quietly into the water. Wildlife sightings were constant reminders that we were guests in a world ruled by nature, where every day brought new surprises and challenges. We weren't just fishing, we were immersing ourselves in the heart of Alaska, chasing stories of barn-door halibut and prized sablefish. Each catch was a triumph, a testament to patience and perseverance. This was more than a trip, it was a challenge we couldn't resist, a chance to write our own stories in a place where adventure is always just beyond the next bend. In Gustavus, every moment felt larger than life, and every memory was etched against the wild, breathtaking backdrop of Alaska. Our targets for this expedition were the colossal Alaskan halibut and the elusive sablefish, two legendary titans that rule the cold, wild waters of the North Pacific. These fish are not just big, they're icons of the Alaskan frontier, representing the ultimate challenge for any angler willing to test their mettle against the ocean's most formidable inhabitants. Halibut, often called the king of flatfish, can grow to staggering sizes, sometimes exceeding 500 pounds. Landing one is a feat that demands strength, stamina, and a deep respect for the power of the sea. Even seasoned anglers find themselves humbled by the sheer force and determination of these giants. Hooking a halibut is a primal struggle, a true battle of endurance and willpower. Every pull on the line is met with resistance from a creature that has survived decades in the ocean's depths. The fight can last for what feels like an eternity, testing both your physical limits and your resolve. Sablefish, also known as black cod, are equally legendary but for different reasons. Dwelling at astonishing depths of up to 2,000 feet, they are rarely seen by most fishermen. Their buttery, delicate flesh is prized by chefs around the world, making them one of the most sought-after catches in these waters. Catching sablefish is a technical pursuit, requiring finesse, patience, and highly specialized gear. Unlike the brute force needed for halibut, sablefish demand a more subtle approach, one that rewards careful attention and precise technique. The bite of a sablefish is incredibly subtle, a faint tap from the abyss that can be easily missed. Detecting that gentle signal and then coaxing the fish up from the dark, cold depths is a challenge that requires intense focus and a steady hand. These fish are more than just trophies for the wall. They represent a deep connection to the wild, untamed spirit of Alaska. Pursuing them is a true test of skill, patience, and respect for the ocean's mysteries. Our Alaskan adventure would take us from the shallow, bountiful halibut grounds to the mysterious, shadowy depths where sablefish reign supreme, each step a journey into the heart of the North Pacific's wildest frontiers. Alaska's fisheries are strictly managed to ensure sustainability. Before fishing, we had to master the rules, especially the halibut slot limit. On a charter, you can keep one halibut per day, under 37 inches or over 80 inches. Anything in between must be released. This protects breeding females and keeps the population healthy. Each boat gets one halibut tag for the protected slot size. A second tag costs extra. Every catch became a strategic decision: use the tag now or hold out for a true giant. The regulations turned fishing into a game of risk and reward, adding tension to every bite. Conservation wasn't just a rule, it was part of the adventure. Our first day on the water began with anticipation and excitement as we set out into the misty Alaskan morning. The boat rocked gently beneath our feet while we prepped our gear, eager for what lay ahead. We started with salmon and black bass, casting lines and feeling the first tugs. A warm-up for the main event, but thrilling in its own right. Each catch brought laughter and camaraderie, the kind that only comes from shared adventure. Then, suddenly, the mood shifted. One rod bent under the weight of something massive, a true halibut giant. The reel screamed as line peeled away, and everyone on board knew this was no ordinary fish. After a brutal, exhausting fight that left arms aching and hearts pounding, a 60-inch halibut finally surfaced. It was a breathtaking sight, a fish of a lifetime, shimmering just beneath the waves. But as we measured it, we realized it was in the protected slot. Regulations meant we couldn't keep it, and besides, it was only day one. The decision weighed heavily on us. The captain gathered us together and asked the question: should we use our tag now, or wait for an even bigger prize? It was a strategic choice, not just about the fish, but about the adventure ahead. After a moment's debate, we chose to release it, letting that magnificent halibut slip back into the depths. It was a gamble, but we hoped fortune would favor the patient. Watching that powerful fish swim away was bittersweet. There was pride in our restraint, but also a lingering sense of what might have been. Still, it felt like the right call for the journey we were on. The rules and regulations shaped every decision, reminding us that in these wild waters, patience and respect for nature are just as important as skill. We tucked our unused tag away, saving it for another chance, hoping, dreaming that an even greater prize awaited us in the days to come. The adventure, and the tension, had only just begun, with the promise of the unknown keeping our spirits high and our hopes alive. Day 2, we went big, using whole pink salmon as bait to lure the largest halibut. Heavy rods, thick braided line, and massive weights were our tools. Alongside bait rods, we jigged with lighter setups, hoping to entice a strike. A friendly competition with other boats added extra excitement. Biggest halibut wins bragging rights and a new rod. The radio buzzed with updates, fueling our determination. We caught and released several halibut, some too small, others just over the slot limit. The perfect keeper remained elusive, each drop building the suspense. The camaraderie and rivalry pushed us harder. We were in the right place, but the fish kept us guessing. The hunt for our keeper halibut was on. The afternoon brought a turning point. Haley Winslow hooked a powerful halibut on a jigging rod, her skill on full display. The harpoon secured the fish, and safety protocols kicked in for the massive catch. At 58 inches, it was the perfect slot fish, our first tagged halibut, weighing over 100 pounds. Celebration was brief. Another rod bent with a heavy, slow fight. A second large halibut surfaced, 54 inches. We bought a second tag, unwilling to let this opportunity slip by. 2 giants on deck. The mood was electric. Our strategy and teamwork paid off, and the friendly competition heated up. The crew, Andrew, Bettina, Chris, and Haley, shared in the triumph. Alaska had delivered, and we were riding high. After a triumphant day, we detoured to Elfin Cove, A tiny boardwalk village frozen in time. No roads, no cars, just wooden walkways, fishing boats, and a handful of residents. The harbor buzzed with fishermen, the houses adorned with sea treasures. We visited the legendary local bar, walls covered in fishing lore and signed dollar bills. Laughter and stories filled the air, tales of epic catches and wild weather. For locals, this isn't just adventure, it's life. The ocean is their provider and neighbor. Our visit grounded our journey, connecting us to the people who call this wild coast home. Day 3, we chased sablefish, black gold, at the edge of the continental shelf. Fishing at 2,000 feet required electric reels and specialized rigs with glowing jigs. The bite was subtle, the weight long, and the challenge unique. Sablefish lack a swim bladder, so they fight all the way up from the abyss. Each catch was a marvel, pulling a creature from a world of darkness. The process demanded patience and precision. Every bite was a test of focus, every fish a reward for persistence. Deep drop fishing was a different kind of thrill, pushing our skills to the limit. The deep ocean revealed its secrets, one tap at a time. Our deep drop adventure brought surprises, including a halibut hooked at 2,000 feet, a true anomaly. With our tags used, we released it, marveling at the ocean's unpredictability. As the trip ended, satisfaction settled in. We'd achieved our goals, and more. We battled giants, explored the deep, and connected with Alaska's wild spirit. The real prize wasn't just the fish, but the moments, laughter, awe, and camaraderie. Nature was in charge here, and we were lucky to be part of it. The memories, screaming reels, breaching whales, and quiet reflection will last a lifetime. Alaska's untamed beauty left its mark on us all. This was more than a fishing trip. It was an epic saga in the last frontier.